Hi everyone and welcome to Master Calculator. In today's video, we're learning how to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. Let's start off by actually understanding what an improper fraction is and a mixed number is and the difference between the two. An improper fraction is a fraction where the numerator, the top number, is greater than or equal to the denominator. For example, 3 over 2 and 8 over 4 are both improper. A mixed number is the combination of a whole number and a fraction. So essentially, when we're trying to convert an improper into a mixed, we want to figure out how many whole parts there are and the fraction left. Okay, let's look at this really quickly. So we want to write this diagram as an improper fraction and a mixed number. So let's start with an improper fraction. So we have to count how many fractions. So since it's split into half, let's count how many halves there are. There's one half, two halves, three, four, and five halves. So as an improper fraction, it is 5 over 2. Now for a mixed number, we need to figure out how many wholes there are and how many fractions there are. Well, there's two wholes, and the last one half of it is shaded. So 2 and 1/2 is the mixed number. Let's use the same example and let's convert 5 halves into a mixed number. Since we already know that the answer is 2 1/2, it'll be easier to check if our answer is correct. So 5 over 2. First, let's rewrite it like this with division sign. And let's do the division. 5 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. And now we just keep the remainder. So now we know what our wholes are, 2. So that's going to be our whole number. Now, to find the fraction, it's just the remainder. And we know the remainder, which is 1. And then our denominator is just going to be what it was before. 1 over 2. So 2 1/2 is 5 over 2 as a mixed number. And we know that's the correct answer because that's what we got here. Now this may seem a little confusing, but we'll do a few more examples to make sure you got it. Okay, let's look at these two practice problems. Number 1, what is 8 over 3 as a mixed number? So let's do the division. 8 divided by 3. Well, how many times does 3 go into 8 without going over? Well, 2 times. Then 2 times 3 is equal to 6. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. Yeah, we can't divide any further, so our remainder is 2. So now how many whole numbers are there? Well, this is our whole numbers, 2. The remainder goes up here, which is 2 again. And then our denominator is the same, like throughout. So 3 was our denominator here, 3 was our denominator here. So 3 is going to be our denominator here. So 8/3 as a mixed number is 2 2/3. Okay, let's look at the second question. What's 17 over 5 as a mixed number? Let's divide them. 17 divided by 5. Okay. How many times does 5 fully go into 17? Well, 3 times, 15. 5 times 3 is 15. Then 17 minus 15 is equal to 2. Yeah, we can't divide any further, so 2 is our remainder. So our whole numbers, which is right here, is 3, because that's the maximum number of times 5 can go into 17. Then we have a remainder, which is 2, that goes up here. The denominator stays the same, 5, 5, so it stays 5. So 17 over 5 as a mixed number is 3 2/5. Okay, let's try one last problem. This problem is a challenge problem, so pause the video if you want to try it yourself. Okay, let's solve it. So 44 over 6 as a mixed number. So let's do the division. Same thing, 44 over 6. Okay, so now we need to find how many wholes of 6 go into 44. Well, 6 times 6 is 36. What about 7 times 6? 7 times 6 is equal to 42. Yeah, that's less than 44. So 7. 7 times 6, 42. 44 minus 42 is equal to 2. Okay, so we have a remainder of 2. We can't divide any further. So our whole is going to be 7, because that's what we got up here. 7. And then our fraction is going to be 2. That's our remainder up here. Divided by, our denominator is the same everywhere. It's 6. 7 and 2, 6. But then one more step. We have to simplify this fraction. So 7 and 2, 6. We can divide both the top and the bottom by 2. So we get 7. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 44 over 6 as a mixed number is 7 1/3.